Bonus video time. I am at the Jewish History Museum. It's free admission day. So she told me to start at the 4th floor, work my way down. It's actually quite nice in here. Look at this. So I know y'all are asking, how did I manage to get a bonus video in? Here's how. They took me in for my doctor's appointment early. I love this, because backwards it's yo. How's that for an entranceway in? Things like that. Oh, this right here is timeline of American Jewish history, which is so cool. I love that I just got this set up too with my new camera. So this is art. Ooh. I'm going to try not to talk too much because this stuff is so gorgeous. And I love that you know, and I'm Catholic, so they would call me a Gentile, but I always had such respect for the Jewish people. Oh, this is a Purim balls, which is the elaborate balls to raise funds for a variety of charitable causes in the mid-1800s. Purim is actually a Jewish holiday. I learned about this from my friend who is Jewish that I knew from college, and also from my academic advisor from when I was at Rider. Purim was kind of the celebration of when Queen Esther broke away and she got the king, her husband, to basically tell the people, you ain't killing my people. How do you look in your Purim mask? I don't know, I look kind of good. But that's the Purim mask. The Trifa Banquet. So beautiful in here. I love how gorgeous this place is. It's from Cincinnati's Plum Street Temple. This is about Reform Judaism, which developed in the more prominent form of American Judaism, which is so cool that they have all this stuff. Look at that. Like I said, I'm Catholic, but I love how this is. And their music, traditionally synagogues never allowed prayers to be accompanied by musical instruments, which is true because if you watch like old movies that have a scene in a Jewish synagogue, you will just hear it a cappella, if you will. And it's very beautiful too. Jewish Confederate, wow. Meeting of the Rebel Congress. Ooh, this is so gorgeous in here.
Years after independence, Americans imagined the West as an unknown land of great opportunities and promise, which an industrializing U.S. would eventually claim. By 1825, the American economy was driven by one natural resource, cotton. Slaves from Africa harvested the crop for the profit of southern plantation owners.
This actually shows a lot of the different stuff for like different cities. Going backwards, but San Francisco. Ooh, that little fan is so beautiful. And then civic leaders developed the first American railroads. By the 1840s, the home was to the west. This is Colorado, Trinidad, Colorado, and then over here we have Houston. No jokes this time. I'm going to be very respectful. Oh, look at this. This is a brick from a synagogue in Houston. This is the Beth Israel Synagogue of Houston. And then this, how does your family celebrate holidays? I will tell you right now, we do not celebrate it like that. But I'm Catholic, like I said. This is a letterhead from a tanning company in Cleveland, Ohio. Oh, I see what those little dial things are now. Because this little girl just used it. There was like these dial things at the bottom. I didn't know what they were. Charleston. Manuscript of the First Reformed Liturgy published in the United States. That's Hebrew, by the way, which I do not know. More? This is a business in Baltimore. And this is the beginning of the Coming to America. That is a tallit bag. And I know you all wonder what the heck a tallit is. Tallit is kind of like a prayer shawl that the Jewish people wear. This is a woman's prayer shawl, which is so gorgeous. And of course, my city, Philadelphia, New York. And look at this. This is a picture of a New York synagogue from 1853. That is so cool. And then, now this I could actually get interested in because I was a tour guide at a historical museum in Bucks County. I also did a lot of different things like this, but look, it's like a little interactive thing. It shows you about soap. This is candles. And then I guess right in here I don't know what this is, but candles. And you got ship biscuits. Build a fire. And then oh, this I find interesting. Native Americans burn dry bison droppings in the prairie campfires. Pioneers learned of this trick from the Native Americans, called the droppings buffalo chips. And that is a buffalo. I find that interesting because I am part Native American. All right, cooking over a fire is different from cooking in a kitchen. How you prepare the meal. Okay, so that's your thing. You got to find a way to start that fire and just get it going. Oh, I see what this is. This is when they went west. The old go west, young man. And then this is like their shows a trading post, which is really cool. I love this. I do. I think it's gorgeous in here. Some little thing, Raymond and Ruth Perlman, which is interesting because the Perlmans are very big in Philadelphia. They donated a lot. In fact, they donate a lot to healthcare in Philadelphia. A lot of stuff with University of Pennsylvania. So this is 1799. 3.9 million in the United States. 2,500 Jewish population. 9 out of 13 number of states required public officials to be Christian, which to me is prayer for the country. Letter to George Washington. Oh, that has to be like a, oh, that's a Torah right there, the little scroll one. $1,700. It's kind of sad because, you know, what they've, you know, the fact that it was more Christian than anything, and we were kind of founded under freedom of religion. So America's first synagogue was in New York, in case anybody's wondering. This is basically a history of how they started. Early Jewish immigration to America. So, let's, and they all mostly came to the East Coast. Which, do you blame them? Going down. This is the tough part. Mastering, going down, and using your monopod. I'm actually testing out my new monopod today. For those of you that have followed my channel for a while, and if you haven't, subscribe. I bought a new tripod monopod combination for my PowerShot. I used my GoPro earlier, so I thought, let me try this one. So far, it's working great.
Together, we marched through the streets.
So this is Dreams of Freedom.
It was holding fire in my hands. Next month, there were calls for a week-long strike, and then a month, and then an indefinite strike until we got better pay.
Because that was Foundations of Freedom up there. This is Dreams of Freedom. Oh, these are gorgeous. The way they did these sculptures with the documents. I'm a sucker for art. These are the letters. These are different letters. They actually have like a text here. And this one is a letter where it says, I'm trying to look at it, that it's about, it says how this person is forced to emigrate from Russia to search out bread for their family. So, yeah. And then this one right here next to the Statue of Liberty is where it says that this person, they're saying about how they should be able to go to America. Because immigration, a lot of people don't know this, and I know this from when I was in 8th grade and I went to went to Ellis Island on a Girl Scout trip. I went to Ellis Island on a Girl Scout trip in 8th grade, and it was kind of hard getting into America for a lot of people. If you go to New York and you can go to Ellis Island, do, because it will give you some insight before you even come here in Philly to this museum. This is the Dreams of Freedom. I actually kind of went backwards, but that's because I went through the elevator. Okay, so give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to be free. Emma Lazarus, and that was from her poem The New Colossus, 1883. Something I think that the Republicans need to read more. An era of mass migration. So over 20 million immigrants came around the globe between 1880 and 1924, which included 2 million Jewish people. Jewish immigration to America by country. So a large majority of them were European. There were some other, which I would think would be Middle Eastern. And 57,000 ended up right on the East Coast. Boston, New York, Philly, and Baltimore. And some ended up in Galveston, Texas. Did not know that. The more you know. So, controlling immigration. I don't think you could see this too well, but basically there was like a quota at one point with immigration because there was such a surge, and not just the Jewish people, but it was like even the Irish, because I'm half Irish and Native American is the other part, with some French Canadian. And, you know, even the Irish had that. This is experiencing immigration. Now, these are the different documents that people would get when they go on the boat to get to America back in 1800s, early 1900s. I mostly know this from when I went to Ellis Island back in the 90s with the Girl Scouts. Oh, this is in Russian. This is cool. This is a savings bank book, and it's in Russian. And then Rosh Hashanah postcard. Passport holder from the Red Star Line. This is a passport from Russia in 1922. Passport from Russia 1913. Another Russian passport from 1904, and it keeps going on. That is so cool. I love that they have all these documents here. So it tells you why the people left home. You know, a lot of times it was religious persecution, because a lot of different religions did that. Judaism, I know a lot of them left because of religious persecution, and even like some Protestant Christian religions had that issue. Here we go. Name change at Ellis Island. Now, let's see. Stories abound of names being changed upon arrival in the United States, yet port officials did not have such power. That's interesting to learn. And they only verified the information that had been recorded before departing Europe. Immigrants often change their names in an effort in order to sound American. That's interesting because with me, mine, it's more of a French pronunciation, my original family last name, because of the fact that my great-grandfather was born on a Native American reservation, and his father was French Canadian. And when assimilation happened, we ended up where our last name was changed to a more Irish one, and it was because Bureau of Indian Affairs could not pronounce that last name to save their lives. Now these I'm looking at is like different documents that the immigrants brought over. I love that delicatessen sign. I love it. Of course, even though like I said I'm a Catholic, I love some of the stuff in Jewish culture because it's just so, I don't know, it feels so home-like. Tenement life. So this is what it would look like in a tenement. Now, they usually rent it like a room or like a very subpar apartment. Tenements. And okay, so to make ends meet, many families took in boarders. And want to see this? Boys and girls wore different clothing and styles 100 years ago. I'm not going to try it on, but I want to show you guys what this looks like because this is neat. And if you were following me on Twitter, you would know that I did share a couple pictures from the Christian Dior show in Paris. So, yeah, I kind of want to show you that because that is really cool. I'm not a fashion person, but yeah. The reproduction of these old business signs, I just do. Ooh, this is interesting to me because of my background with communications and journalism. But this is a newspaper printing block piece, which is so cool. There's an old typewriter. Oh my gosh, I love these.